Lethargic Sloth here, and it's time to talk about Russia. Russia will be represented by Yuliya Samoylova with the song Flame is Burning. If I had to choose one word to describe this song, it would be resilient. This song talks about wanting more, facing fears, trying to build the courage to explore the things you want in life. And you need resiliency to be able to break out of your shell and achieve everything, see everything, and do everything you want to do, even when times look bad. So what's good about the song? The song has an extremely optimistic and positive message about never giving up, even in the darkest of times. Quote, "If there's a light, then we have to keep dreaming. If there's a heart, then we must keep believing inside," unquote. I've always had that outlook on life. As long as I am alive, I can still learn. I can still do better. I can still make positive changes in my life and the lives of people I love. As long as I have the gift of life, I can do something with that life. And this is my connection to the song. The song also speaks of a will to find more, wanting to find knowledge, answers, just something incredible in life. With Yuliya singing that she wishes she had the courage to know, to visit places she'd never been. It's about desire, to want to do better, learn more, and find the courage in yourself to do things you want, no matter how hard. Yuliya is an incredibly captivating performer. I have only seen this sort of captivation previously in 2017 with Portugal, when either Yuliya or Salvador sing, the entire crowd gets off their cell phones, quits their worldly worries, and just listens. Yuliya has a calm and pleasant tone in her voice. So what's bad about this song? I am not completely ignorant of the situation between Ukraine and Russia. My fiance is Russian-Ukrainian. Her mother's side is from Russia and her father's side is from Ukraine. And she is from East Ukraine. Now lives about 30 miles from Russia, and I was just there last September and October. I'm no expert on Ukrainian-Russian relations, but I'm not completely ignorant either. That being said, I think this song would be much better in Russian. If you hear Yuliya sing, she is so comfortable in Russian. Listen to some of her older performances, like the opening ceremony of the 2014 Paralympics, or she was runner-up for the X Factor in 2013. I say this simply as a critic disregarding all political aspects, as Yuliya sounds much more comfortable and confident in Russian. Her English and pronunciation is at times difficult to follow. She sounds like a powerhouse in Russian, but sometimes a bit uncomfortable in English. But maybe that's just me. I've not made it a secret during my reviews that I love when countries perform songs in their official language. Another bad thing? Yuliya has, for now, been banned from traveling to Ukraine to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest. Not having her there physically is a huge blow to the contest because it is the aura and charisma she gives off that makes her performance so special. That being said, most viewers of Eurovision are at home and not at the contest itself, so it will not affect their ability to watch her as of now, as she is offered to compete via a satellite unless something changes. I'm going to read you the statement from the EBU regarding Russia's participation in the 2017 Eurovision Song Contest. This was posted March 22nd, 2017. Quote, "It has been confirmed to the EBU that the Ukrainian authorities have issued a travel ban on the Russian artist chosen for the Eurovision Song Contest, Yuliya Samoylova, as she has been judged to have contravened Ukrainian law by entering Crimea in order to perform. We have to respect the local laws of the host country. However, we are deeply disappointed in this decision as we feel it goes against both the spirit of the contest and the notion of inclusivity that lies at the heart of its values," unquote. So what they're talking about here is Yuliya performed in Crimea And there's a rule in Ukraine: in order to enter Crimea, you have to do it by ground transportation rather than fly in. And she had been there multiple times to perform at various venues. Russia annexed Crimea, and Yuliya had been there and visited, and thus breaking a Ukrainian law set a couple years ago. So now they're saying she has been banned from entering Ukraine for, I believe it was 3 years. So we did get an update. It says, we will continue a dialogue with the Ukrainian authorities with the aim of ensuring that all artists can perform at the 62nd Eurovision Song Contest in Kiev in May. Unquote. So they updated it just recently, probably 40 minutes before I made this video. A statement from the EBU, March 23, 2017. Quote, taking into consideration that this ban might be upheld by the Ukrainian authorities, and in order to maintain the non-political nature of the Eurovision Song Contest, the EBU has been working hard to find a solution to this situation and has taken the unprecedented move to offer Channel 1 Russia the opportunity for Yuliya to still participate in this year's contest by performing live in the second semifinal via satellite. Should the Russian entry qualify for the grand final, the same solution would apply. This is something that has never been done before or in the contest's 60-year history, but in the spirit of Eurovision's values of inclusivity and this year's theme of Celebrate Diversity, the decision has been taken to ensure that all 43 entrants are given the opportunity to participate. Eurovision Song Contest executive sponsor John Olasan said, quote, we are continuing our dialogue with the Ukrainian authorities with the ambition to have all artists present to perform in host city Kiev, which is, of course, our preferred option. It is imperative that the Eurovision Song Contest remains free from politics, and as such, due to the circumstances surrounding Yuliya's travel ban, we have felt it important to propose a solution that transcends such issues. We have offered Channel 1 Russia the opportunity for Yuliya to perform live via satellite, as it is the EBU's intention that every broadcaster has chosen to take part in the Eurovision Song Contest does so, and has been the case for all previous events in the contest's history. Unquote. So, at least she'll get to participate. I like that they are doing everything they can to let her compete. She deserves to be there. She needs to be there. And it's just a shame that politics have to get involved in this. But countries have laws. They have laws for a reason. And I respect Ukraine's ability to govern and manage their own country. And if it were laws of my own country, I would expect the same, that those laws be followed. So I do appreciate that they are trying to include her in the performance, because she brings a lot to the contest. So at least they can be commended for that. So now back to the review. I had to sidestep a little bit because it's an important development, and it's something that I just wanted to make aware if anybody didn't know what was going on with that. The latest news there, but it's part of Yuliya's story, so I wanted to bring that in. But as far as my rating, I'm giving this song a 3 out of 4 stars. This is a good song. It's not a great song, but I do enjoy the positive and optimistic message that the song gives off. Never give up, search for knowledge, and even in the darkest night, keep that flame burning and push on. So is this song a contender or a pretender? I'm going to be completely honest here. I think it would be hard for anybody from Russia to win this year. Much attention is on politics and propaganda and not on singers and songs when it comes to Russia. Unfortunately, it would have been a daunting task for any singer and any song. Russia is a pretender because nobody is going to let this song win, especially hosted in a Ukrainian city with the the Russian-Ukrainian history and backstory. The song took a major hit to qualify if the travel ban holds, and Yulia cannot perform on stage. Because it's her onstage presence and the feeling she gives off during the performances that really captivate the audience. Without her physically there, the magic just isn't the same. Russia has been one of my absolute favorites in the contest the past few years, right up there with Italy, Malta, and Azerbaijan. Polina Gagarina was in my top 5 with her song A Million Voices in 2015, and even higher seeing it performed live. She was such an amazing performer, and I was absolutely disgusted and ashamed for the people booing her in Vienna and making her cry because she was Russian. That was a complete embarrassment, absolute disgrace. Sergei Lazarev was my favorite song last year in 2016 with You're My Only One. Sure, the lyrics were out there, kind of cheesy, but the song was incredibly fun, and the song came at a time where I was just getting to know my fiancé, and it has a special meaning for us. So that was my number 1 for 2016. Flame is Burning is a sweet and sentimental song, but it is up against quite a challenge this year. But as the song speaks, there is light even in the darkest of times. So perhaps Yuliya's charm and charisma will keep this song afloat, even in the most dire of odds. Thank you for listening to my review of Russia. I'm still enjoying doing these. I'm trying to get these all done by April. And at the beginning of April, I will start doing my personal rankings, predictions, and fun side-by-side, where we compare the songs side-by-side to see what we prefer and come up with an interesting winner through that process. So just a couple voting games I want to try on this channel. So if you think that sounds fun, subscribe, like, share. I always appreciate comments, and let me know how you feel about Russia's entry. Thank you for watching, and Lethargic Sloth out.